La Dolce Vita for €1, the promise and reality of Italy's bargain home programme. In an era when home ownership feels increasingly out of reach for many, the idea of purchasing a charming Italian property for just €1, roughly $1, seems almost too good to be true. Yet across Italy, from the sun-drenched hills of Sicily to the rolling landscapes of Abruzzo, this opportunity is very real. The Casa €1 programme, which began in Sicily in 2008, has captured the imagination of dreamers worldwide, offering the tantalising prospect of an affordable slice of Italian paradise. But as with any deal that sounds too good to be true, there's more to this story than the headline-grabbing price tag. The genesis of a housing revolution. Italy's €1 home initiative emerged from a perfect storm of challenges, facing many small Italian communities. Rural depopulation has hollowed out once vibrant villages as younger generations migrate to urban centres in search of economic opportunities. This exodus has left behind ageing populations, vacant properties, and dwindling local economies. Simultaneously, property owners faced with mounting tax burdens on homes they no longer wish to maintain found themselves in a difficult position. The Casa €1 programme was conceived as an innovative solution to these converging problems. By offering abandoned properties at a symbolic price, municipalities hoped to entice new residents, both Italian and foreign, who would invest in renovations, breathe new life into historic structures, and potentially reinvigorate local economies. The programme launched in Sicily in 2008 and has gradually spread across the Italian peninsula, with dozens of towns and villages now participating. Each municipality establishes its own specific requirements and procedures, but the core concept remains consistent. Homes are offered for the symbolic price of €1, with buyers committing to renovate the properties within a specified timeframe, typically 3 to 4 years. This approach benefits both the communities facing depopulation and individuals seeking affordable entry into the Italian property market. Penne, a new frontier in Abruzzo. Among the latest towns to join the €1 home initiative is Penne, situated in the central Italian region of Abruzzo. Positioned approximately halfway between the Adriatic Sea and Monte della Laga National Park, home to Italy's renowned Gran Sasso Massif, Penne offers a compelling blend of natural beauty and historic charm. With a population of about 12,000, the picturesque town is surrounded by rolling hills and olive groves, earning it the nickname City of Bricks for the distinctive terracotta building materials prevalent in its architecture. Penne's approach to the €1 home programme stands out for its streamlined process. Unlike many other participating municipalities, Penne does not require an upfront deposit, only a firm commitment to complete renovations within 3 years. This removes a significant barrier for potential buyers who might be hesitant to put down several €1,000s as a security deposit. The town has also taken steps to make the renovation process more accessible by partnering prospective buyers with local architects who can guide them through the complexities of restoring historic properties. According to Mayor Gilberto Petrucci, the starting cost for renovating a small to medium-sized home in Penne is approximately €20,000, around $23,000, though this figure can vary widely depending on the property's condition and the buyer's vision. Petrucci launched the initiative specifically to revitalise Penne's medieval centre, which risked becoming a ghost town despite the municipality's overall healthy population. The available properties include buildings dating back to medieval times, with many featuring authentic architectural elements like stone walls, terracotta roofs, and wooden beams. With more than 40 vacant buildings available in its historic centre, Penne offers a substantial inventory for interested buyers. The real costs behind the €1 price tag. While the headline-grabbing €1 price point draws attention, prospective buyers should approach these opportunities with a clear understanding of the total investment required. The symbolic purchase price represents just the beginning of a financial commitment that typically extends into tens of thousands of euros. Renovation costs constitute the most significant expense. Properties sold through the Casa €1 programme are generally in various states of disrepair, with many having been abandoned for decades. Some require extensive structural work, while others may need complete rebuilding. Renovation expenses typically range from €20,000 for basic repairs to €50,000 or more for comprehensive restorations. In some cases, particularly ambitious projects can exceed €100,000, especially when buyers purchase adjacent properties to create larger homes. Beyond renovation costs, buyers should budget for various administrative expenses. These typically include notary fees, approximately €2,000 to €3,000, property transfer taxes, registration fees, architectural and engineering costs, building permits, utility connection fees. Some municipalities also require a refundable security deposit, typically around €5,000, to ensure compliance with renovation requirements. This deposit is returned once the work is completed within the specified timeframe. Property taxes represent another ongoing expense. Once you become the owner, you're responsible for annual property taxes, regardless of the home's condition. For non-Italian residents who already own property elsewhere, the €1 home will be classified as a second home for tax purposes, potentially resulting in higher rates. For foreign buyers, there are additional considerations. Non-Italian speakers may need to budget for translation services and local assistance to navigate bureaucratic procedures. Those planning to spend extended periods in Italy must ensure compliance with visa requirements, which vary depending on nationality and intended length of stay. Success stories. From ruins to dream homes. Despite the challenges, many buyers have successfully transformed €1 properties into stunning homes that exceed their original expectations. These success stories offer inspiration and valuable insights for those considering similar ventures. One of the most widely cited success stories is that of Meredith Tabbone, an American financial consultant from Chicago, who purchased a €1 home in Sambuca di Sicilia. Her journey began when she learned her great-grandfather was from Sambuca, which inspired her to participate in the town's property auction. Tabbone's winning bid of €555 plus taxes and fees secured her initial property. After visiting Sambuca, Tabbone decided to expand her project by purchasing an adjacent building for €22,000. This expansion increased her total space from 620 to 2,700 square feet, but also significantly increased her renovation budget. What began as a projected €40,000 renovation grew to approximately €425,000, $446,000, as she transformed the combined properties into a luxury vacation home with modern amenities. While Tabbone's investment substantially exceeded the typical budget for €1 home renovations, her experience highlights the potential for these properties to become truly exceptional spaces. Her completed home now features spacious living areas, modern conveniences, and stunning terraces that showcase the Sicilian landscape. Another notable success comes from Rubia Daniels, a Brazilian-American who purchased 3 €1 homes in Mussomeli, Sicily. Daniels embraced the project wholeheartedly, focusing on authentic restoration that honored the property's historic character. Beyond creating beautiful homes, she found herself welcomed into a growing international community of €1 home buyers in Mussomeli, including people from South Korea, Russia, and Argentina. These successful renovations have ripple effects throughout their communities. Local businesses benefit from renovation projects that employ local contractors and source materials from nearby suppliers. Completed homes increase property values in surrounding areas and may inspire neighbouring property owners to invest in improvements. Perhaps most importantly, these projects bring new energy and diverse perspectives to communities that had been experiencing decline. Challenges and potential pitfalls. While success stories abound, the €1 home journey is not without significant challenges. Prospective buyers should carefully consider the potential obstacles before committing to a purchase. The condition of many €1 properties presents the most immediate challenge. Years of abandonment often result in serious structural issues, including damaged roofs, crumbling walls, outdated electrical and plumbing systems, and sometimes even partial collapses. Some properties may be located in earthquake-prone areas, necessitating additional reinforcement and potentially complicating insurance coverage. Administrative hurdles can prove equally daunting, particularly for foreign buyers unfamiliar with Italian bureaucracy. Obtaining building permits, securing approval for renovation plans, and navigating local regulations requires patience and persistence. The language barrier compounds these difficulties for non-Italian speakers, potentially leading to misunderstandings or delays. Location presents another consideration. Many €1 homes are situated in remote rural areas with limited access to modern amenities. While some buyers specifically seek this rustic lifestyle, others may find it challenging to adapt to life far from urban conveniences. Limited transportation options, healthcare facilities, and high-speed internet access can complicate both renovation projects and eventual residents. Finding qualified contractors in small towns can also prove difficult. The most skilled craftspeople may have relocated to larger cities where work is more plentiful, leaving a limited pool of local talent. Bringing in workers from other areas increases costs and may create logistical challenges, particularly in villages with narrow streets and limited access for construction equipment. Cultural integration represents a softer but equally important challenge. Buyers who hope to become part of the local community must be prepared to adapt to local customs, learn at least basic Italian, and respect traditions that may differ from their own. While many communities warmly welcome newcomers, building genuine connections requires effort and cultural sensitivity. Is a €1 home right for you? The prospect of purchasing a €1 home appeals to a diverse range of potential buyers, but certain profiles seem particularly well suited to these opportunities. Retirees with sufficient savings and time flexibility often make ideal candidates. They can dedicate the necessary attention to renovation projects without job constraints and may be seeking a change of pace in retirement. Similarly, remote workers who can perform their jobs from anywhere might find these properties attractive as primary residences, especially as high-speed internet access becomes more widely available in rural areas. Individuals with Italian heritage often pursue €1 homes as a way to reconnect with their roots. The emotional satisfaction of restoring a property in an ancestral homeland adds meaning beyond the financial investment. Artists, writers, and creative professionals frequently find inspiration in these historic settings and may benefit from the lower cost of living compared to major cities. Investors represent another significant category of buyers, though their motivations vary. Some seek vacation properties that can generate rental income when not in personal use, while others identify business opportunities such as boutique hotels, galleries, or restaurants that can capitalize on growing interest in authentic Italian experiences. Successful €1 home buyers typically share certain characteristics regardless of their specific motivations. Patience ranks high among these traits, as renovation projects and administrative processes often take longer than anticipated. Flexibility proves equally important, as unexpected challenges inevitably arise during restoration work. Financial stability is essential, as buyers must be prepared for costs that may exceed initial estimates. Perhaps most importantly, prospective buyers should possess genuine enthusiasm for the project itself, not just the end result. Those who approach €1 homes as interesting challenges rather than merely cheap properties tend to find the experience more rewarding. Beyond the €1 program, alternative paths to Italian home ownership. For those intrigued by the concept of affordable Italian property, but hesitant about the extensive renovation requirements of €1 homes, several alternatives exist. Many small Italian towns offer move-in-ready properties at prices substantially below those in major cities or tourist centres. While these homes typically cost more than €1, they often require far less investment in renovations and can provide immediate enjoyment. Some Italian regions have implemented alternative incentives to attract new residents. In 2023, the Irish government launched a similar initiative called Our Living Islands to revitalise some of its most remote islands. Eligible applicants can receive grants of up to €60,000, about $65,150, toward renovation costs. Similarly, the Croatian village of Legrad offers grants to cover the cost of demolishing derelict buildings to create sites for new construction. Within Italy itself, various programs provide financial incentives for relocation to underpopulated areas. Some municipalities offer cash grants to new residents who establish businesses or commit to living in the area for a minimum period. Others provide tax breaks, reduced utility costs, or subsidized housing to encourage population growth. In Tuscany, the Residency in the Mountains 2024 initiative offered grants up to €30,000 for individuals and families willing to relocate to rural mountain communities. These alternative approaches may better suit individuals who value move-in readiness over the potential savings of €1 properties. By offering different paths to affordable Italian home ownership, these programs expand opportunities for a broader range of potential residents. The future of Italy's €1 home initiative. As the Casa €1 program enters its second decade, both its achievements and limitations have become clearer. While some participating towns have successfully revitalized historic centers and attracted international attention, others have struggled with implementation challenges or insufficient interest from qualified buyers. The program continues to evolve in response to these experiences. Many municipalities have refined their approaches based on lessons learned, implementing more streamlined application processes, providing better support for renovation projects, and establishing stronger connections between buyers and local resources. Some towns have shifted from quantity to quality, focusing on attracting committed long-term residents rather than maximizing the number of properties sold. The COVID-19 pandemic temporarily disrupted the program's momentum, but ultimately increased interest among potential buyers seeking alternatives to urban living. Remote work arrangements made rural properties more viable as primary residences, while pandemic-related travel restrictions led many to re-evaluate priorities and pursue long-deferred dreams of international property ownership. Looking ahead, the €1 home concept appears likely to continue spreading across Italy and potentially inspiring similar initiatives in other countries facing rural depopulation. New technologies may also address some of the traditional challenges, with improved internet connectivity making remote locations more accessible and digital platforms simplifying administrative processes. Embracing the €1 adventure. For those still enchanted by the prospect of a €1 Italian home, perhaps the most important consideration is not financial but philosophical. These projects represent more than mere property acquisitions. They're adventures in cultural immersion, historical preservation, and personal growth. Successful €1 home buyers often describe their experiences in transformative terms. Beyond creating beautiful living spaces, they forge meaningful connections with communities, develop new skills, and gain deeper appreciation for Italy's architectural heritage and traditional craftsmanship. Many report that the challenges they encountered ultimately enhanced their satisfaction with the final result. The €1 home program offers something increasingly rare in today's real estate market: the opportunity to create something uniquely personal through vision, persistence, and hands-on involvement. While the financial investment extends well beyond the symbolic purchase price, the potential rewards, both tangible and intangible, can exceed expectations for those prepared to embrace the journey. As Mayor Petrucci of Penne emphasizes, these initiatives aim not just to sell properties, but to revitalize the historic district by welcoming new energy and investment. For buyers who approach these opportunities with realistic expectations, adequate resources, and genuine appreciation for Italian culture, €1 homes can indeed provide the foundation for La Dolce Vita, the sweet life, at a fraction of typical real estate costs. Whether motivated by dreams of retirement in the Mediterranean sunshine, the quest for authentic cultural experiences, or the practical advantages of affordable property ownership, €1 home buyers share a common thread of optimism and adventurous spirit. These qualities, perhaps even more than financial resources, ultimately determine whether a €1 investment truly delivers priceless returns.